This episode of the Android Apps Weekly Show is brought to you by Perby. Hello again, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Joe Handy, the Android Authority app guy, and welcome back to Android Apps Weekly. Let's jump right into those headlines. Google is giving us a look at its brand new design language, which is aimed to make everything on the web and mobile look the same. So far, Google Search has been updated to mixed reviews thanks to the colored microphone, but otherwise it seems to look pretty good. Google also has a new logo. Samsung has announced that they're working with European digital publisher Axel Springer to create a new curated news application specifically for their Galaxy devices. It'll be known as Update, which will debut in select markets very soon and roll out slowly to everyone else. Noodlecake Studios has announced that they're working with Built by Snowman to bring the hit iOS game Alto's Adventure to Android. The snowboarding game was hailed for its slick graphics and unique gameplay, and we're all very excited about it. Dendroid developer Morgan Culbertson pleaded guilty to federal charges revolving around the creation of his malware application. The malware could infect devices and give the hacker access to all kinds of wicked things. If convicted, Morgan could face up to 10 years in prison and $250,000 in fines. YouTube is preparing for a fundamental change. According to multiple sources, it will evolve into a mixture of free videos, ad-supported videos, and premium videos complete with a paywall. According to other sources, this is because YouTube actually doesn't contribute to profit, and Google really wants to change that. If you want the complete list of awesome Android apps and games news, you should definitely subscribe to our newsletter. We send it out every single Friday, and we've even made some changes to make it look much nicer. If you're interested, head to the written companion, which is linked in the video description below, in order to sign up. While you're at it, don't forget to check out our Twitch channel. We'll be streaming on Monday at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Why only one day this week? Well, we're going to be playing around with YouTube Gaming also, so be sure to keep an eye out for that. The Twitch link is in the video description below. Okay folks, let's take a look at the apps and games that made a big splash this week. As usual, if you want to check any of these applications out, you can find the links in the video description below. Google has released a new application called Google On. This nifty little application is used to control, configure, and interface with the Google On Hub router, and it remains one of the best router interfaces that I've ever seen. It has a good design, it's easy to use, and it makes it much easier to manage. It's totally free, but of course you'll need the Google On Hub router, which will run you $199. Mirativ is a new streaming application that works a bit differently than most. Where Periscope uses your camera and Twitch does games, Mirativ allows you to stream pretty much anything you're doing on your device. It is in beta, so you can expect bugs here and there, but it's a nifty idea and even lets people engage with whatever it is you're streaming. It's also free to use. Street View, the application, has been around for quite some time, but it was updated to version 2.0 this last week and has become a full-fledged standalone application. It still does most of the same Street View things like give you 360-degree imagery, and it still contributes to Google Maps, but with the new update you can push photospheres to Street View for immediate use. It'll be a fun application to keep around. Unkilled is the latest shooter out of Madfinger Games, developers of the acclaimed Shadowgun and Dead Trigger games. This one features fantastic graphics and simple gameplay where you collect weapons, mow down zombies, and a whole lot more. There are boss fights, over 300 missions, and over 50 weapons to collect and use. We're not entirely sure why this just wasn't called Dead Trigger 3, but it is still a lot of fun. Just beware of those release day bugs. For the first time in the history of mobile gaming, there is a real actual Pokemon game now available for Android. Unfortunately, it's not the kind we really wanted, but at least it's a start. This Pokemon game is a matching puzzle game where you must match icons, and that deals damage to the Pokemon you're currently battling. It's cutesy and simple and worth a shot if you happen to like Pokemon and puzzle games. Thanks again for watching the video, everybody, but let's get down to some serious business. This week's Android Apps Weekly is sponsored by Perby. Perby is a social application where you can post what you're doing and where you're doing it. Other members who are near you will be able to see your posts and then heart them if they're interested in doing about the same activity. Once that happens, you'll have the option to chat with them and set things up. It's a fun little application with a clean design and a fairly straightforward premise. It also uses Facebook login. It's free to download, so why not give it a shot? We'll have the link for you in the video description below. Once again, I'm Joe Handy, the Android Authority app guy. While you're here, why not subscribe to the Android Authority YouTube channel? If you're hanging out for a minute, we have a couple of awesome videos for you to watch right over there, and they're also linked in the video description below for you folks on mobile. Finally, don't forget to check out the written companion, which is in the video description below, and don't forget to sign up for that newsletter and sign up for Twitch. As always, thanks for watching, everybody, and have a wonderful day.